Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my shop. Salvaged plastic cups. The last video of the slop in the shop. This is another, you're going to be seeing the slop in the shop. So I'm just doing a new intro for the rest of them from now on for a while until I decide to change it. So this is slop the shop. This is the things I'm doing. I've got 2 or 3 projects most of the time going on. Instead of trying to make videos for each project dedicated, I've decided just to take the videos of what I'm working on, and it might be a compilation, it may be one project. So that's going to be what the slop the shop is. So enjoy. Well, this is my latest purchase, and it is for the shop, even though it's sitting outside. I've got all this material thrown all over the place, and I'm wanting better storage. So what I'm going to do here, and it's a work in progress right now. This is, I seen this on Facebook Marketplace. Locally, a guy over in nearby city, Lowell, I didn't think even just blade up. Blade's still good. He had 2 of these, and these are racks out of shuttle buses where luggage goes. And normally it'd be turned the other way. If you'll notice, this would be turned in the other direction. And I'm not sure what this is. I don't know whether it's plastic or wood. If it rots, I'll put something else more substantial in it. But this is mounted in shuttle buses, like the ones you take from parking lot to the airport, or it does in Charlotte anyway. And what I'm going to do with this is more or less use it to put material in, and it's already sitting outside. So the plan here is to build to put material in it and keep a tarp over it to keep some rain and stuff off of it. That's the plan. And this is my back fence behind the shop. So that's the plan. I'm going to go ahead and eventually, I don't know what day I'm going to start on it. I just got it here and set it up a little bit. But the plastic and like the milk crates will set in it nicely. In racks of metal, pieces of all of my metal small. If I got longer pieces, I can always put them across or down at the bottom. I've got a bunch of plastic things over there I got to take apart, and they'll probably be thrown up in the middle of this too for storage. So see, I can actually use it to rack metal on and whatnot. So I can actually put another shelf, put some more extra shelves in it if I need to put stuff in. What I did change on it is I did cut this off. And these were designed, if you'll notice there's brackets on the back, these were designed, that when you get on the shuttle bus, this would be the back of it. So your luggage would throw down into it. So I'm going to put it to use for that. I give $25 for it. He had 2 of them, but one was all I needed for what I wanted, and that'll be plenty enough for storage for my materials, I believe. And that's a good bit of storage area for just materials. So I got it, it just sits on the ground, and it's chrome plated, so it's made out of some tough material. It won't rust. Well, it might rust, but the point of it is it ain't going nowhere. And it's heavy enough to put the stuff I want to put on it. So that's the kind of the game plan right there. And I just brought it here and unloaded it off back truck, set it in place. So there we go. One of the things I used to do on my day job, I always used to tell people I was expert at making chicken salad out of chicken poop. Well, here's the deal. I goofed up. My intention was to use this for a turning tool only. And I go to mill it, and I get it set up. I'm going to check it on the block. Guess what? I set it up as a boring bar too. So I went back and I cut the dovetail in the back. So I'm going to set up and I'm going to drill and put my 1/4 20 studs in these. So what I decided to do was just lay it out and put dovetails in each end. This is about a 1/2 inch wide. Again, this is going on my little grizzly, so I don't need a lot of rigidity, so it's not going to kill me too bad. And so then that gives me a multi-purpose tool. For some reason, if I got a large diameter that I need to put a large diameter bore in, I can use this as a boring bar, but I can also use it as a turning tool, which is the primary use of it. So that will make my life a little easier after I goofed. So sometimes you know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This time Mr. Bozo just presented an opportunity. And I wasn't videoing this tool. This is the last one I was going to do in this batch for a while. And I think I've seen me show it in another video. So sometimes you're the goat, sometimes you're the hero, sometimes you're both. So there we go. Another little thing I've done here is I need these to be dead zero, so this will work on each end. So to give me clearance that I needed, I just touched, instead of going through the wiggler, I wanted to be the inside, so I just took a 1/4 inch rod and touched in here and in here and centered it, and then touched each side and centered it. So now I'm gonna put a 1/4 screw in it, and you'll see I got plenty of room with that 1/4 rod. I don't know if you can get a picture of my thermometer or not this morning, but it's about right around 40 something outside. This is a day before Valentine's, February. You hear my air compressor screaming this morning. And one of the little things that I'm going to talk about right quick, that's why I'm handheld, because it's easier to go along with the Slop and Shop series, and just for my just catch-alls, is, you know, I'm working on the stand and saw and tool holders and whatnot, but one of the questions that I'm going to say I don't get asked, but probably comes around, and if you watch other creators' videos, you know, if you watch mine any, you know I spent a lot of time redoing the inside of this building that I use for a home shop. So, but to heat the building, because we don't heat it all the time, and you know, I tried to, on the lathe and the mill especially, keep something sprayed on it to keep the moisture from changing, because what tends to happen is you get a lot of moisture content, and that's why I really don't have covers on my mill. That's why you see rags laid on mine a lot. I just lay rags on it. Also, it makes it easier to clean up when you're doing something like these tool holders, because I can just pick the chips up and throw them in the trash. That's kind of what we do with them. I mean, we don't have a lot of chips. I mean, you know, you don't machine at home very much. I mean, I probably won't get a barrel full of wheat a month, so it's not worth trying to recycle. But get back to the heater, I just keep this larger electric heater. It actually come out of my mom's old house. We used it some. And then I keep one of these propane bottle with a little heater on it. And if it's really cold, I'll light it up and get it up temperature and run the electric. I have another older electric heater over in the corner. If I really get desperate, I can fire it off. There is a window air conditioner for the summer. But the lighting, one of the things that I have some subscribers and I complain about, my ceilings are only about 8 foot. With the GoPro, especially with light wash, you're trying to aim it away from them, away from the windows. And you're going to have an invariable dark spot somewhere. That I really don't. I got some halogen that I'm going to experiment with some on some video. So this morning I'm going to finish this tool holder off camera. Obviously, this is the one, my last one that I'm doing, and I've kind of got lined up measure here before I go too far, and what I want to do with it. And then I may work on the stand today too some. Today's a day I usually don't get off the property very much. It's a Tuesday, so I may end up going to get some pet supplies for one of our pets, so I may be out. So that's what we got going on, and enjoy. Here is my my saw in my shop. This particular one was made and sold, I'm presuming, by Northern Tool. I didn't buy it new, and I've had it about 4 years or 5 myself. I bought it used off an individual here locally, and well, it actually is close to me now, but at the time it wasn't. It was on Craigslist, and I give $125 for the saw, and it was like brand new. It hardly been used when I bought it. So this is my saw. I made a new stand, and I had to kind of make a mistake. I didn't follow the carpenter's rule. Measure twice, cut once. Evidently, I measured this sucker up and made it exactly the width of the legs and not no wider. So when I went to put it together, I couldn't set it down in there like I wanted, so I was going to put the plywood anyway. So what I done is just made me some extensions and screwed it to the plywood, and then I cut some 2x4s and put to the inside. So here we go. Enjoy. Well, there is the mount for the clothes hangers right under the dryer, right under the vacuum. So there it is.